Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers Live, page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. Today we're going to go into the book of Joshua, chapter 16. Allotment for Ephraim and Manasseh. It's a relatively short chapter, but we're only going to read one chapter tonight because I am very, very, very tired. Um, I'm not going to go into much detail, but for those of you who routinely follow me and keep up with me, you know that as of current, I'm helping to care for a terminally ill family member. It has been very emotionally taxing, but also very physically taxing. But that is okay because God gives us the energy that we need. And I personally think that God puts us in the absolute right place at the right time in all moments. That's what I feel, because as I'm contending with the situation that I'm contending with, I just see so clearly how so much of my life over the past few years prepared me for this situation, um, helped me to attain the resources that I need for this situation, helped me to attain the skill set for this situation, and I also finally understand how a lot of very difficult situations in my life before this prepared me emotionally to contend with this type of a situation. So I'm definitely blessed, without a doubt. I'm also very thankful and very grateful to everyone in my life who is being supportive when it comes to me right now. I have a very good support system. Couldn't ask for a better support system. And, it is what it is. I'm sure that one day I'll go into detail about what I'm contending with right now, but there's no need for me to at this moment. Just know that I feel good, I'm optimistic, and miracles do happen. They absolutely do. And if they don't, it's okay. But I have seen a few miracles in my life. I have had a couple of miracles, more than a couple. I've had a few miracles happen directly to me. And I've just had a very, very unusual life. I have to say that my life has been a life of someone who essentially was born beating the odds. I think that's why sometimes some people have a difficult time not only understanding me, but dealing with me or contending with me because they don't get how it is that I'm able to do certain things that I do. But it's not me, it's God. And for some reason, it's almost like I'm a remainder of some sort of weird equation because consistently I tend to beat odds. And generally, if you've crossed my path, it's because I am your final chance, which is probably a very strange thing for me to say, but it is the truth. So take that for however you want to. So anyway, let me go ahead and get into this. Again, tonight we're getting into the book of Joshua, chapter 16, allotment for Ephraim and Manasseh. The allotment of land for the descendants of Joseph was from the Jordan by Jericho, then east into the wilderness, rising from Jericho to the hill country of Bethel. It goes out from Bethel to Luz, and passes to the border of Arkite territory at Atroth. It goes down westward to the territory of the Jephthalites, to the border of Lower Beth Horon and Gezer, and then goes out to the sea. So the descendants of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance. And again, I do want to add that before we reach the end of the book of Joshua, or maybe at the very end, I do want to do a video stream that's like a companion to each of the chapters of this book, because I want to share some of the biblical maps that this particular book describes, because I think it's important to be able to see visually what's written here. All right, let's continue. The territory of Ephraimites, according to their clans, was as follows. The border of their inheritance on the east was Ataroth Adar, as far as Upper Beth Horon. The border goes out toward the sea with Mikmethath on the north. It turns eastward toward Tanath, Shiloh, and passes it on the east toward Janoah. It descends from Janoah to Ataroth and to Nara, touches Jericho, and extends to the Jordan. From Tapua, the border goes west to the Kanah ravine and out to the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the Ephraimites, according to their clans. The other cities of the Ephraimites were in the middle of the inheritance of the descendants of Manasseh, all the cities and their villages. They did not drive out the Canaanites who lived in Gezer. I'm not sure if this is pronounced Gezer, Jezer. It's spelled Gezer, just so that you know. So the Canaanites live in the midst of the Ephraim until this day, performing heavy labor as slaves. Oh, it continues into Joshua 17. But we'll read Joshua 17 tomorrow, because I do need to go to sleep. I'm very, very tired. But it's a good kind of tired, and I don't mind being tired. The only thing I mind about what I'm contending with right now is that I didn't have the time tonight to do a live video stream that I would have liked to have done when it comes to one of my projects. But again, I'm not going to worry about it, because I feel like for some reason maybe it's not meant for me to touch on the live stream I intended on touching on tonight when it comes to some other things. So what I will do, though, is take my downtime tomorrow in the afternoon while I am dealing with something to update a website that I think is important to complete. So I'm just talking aloud. Anyway, all of you out there, whoever you are, have a good night, sleep well, and tomorrow's another day. Bye-bye.